How is everybody doing on this wonderful day? God bless to each and every one of y'all that's in the building, getting my steps in. You know how I do. I'm your host, Mike Sports Vibes, and we go live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, you're welcome to the YouTube family. Make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. A little windy out here, so hopefully y'all can hear me clearly. A little wind, excuse me. But the title of this video, the Vikings will be good in the 2026 NFL season. The Vikings will be good in the 2026 NFL season. That's just my honest opinion. You know, there's many reasons why I feel like this, man. First of all, it's just a gut feeling. I think, matter of fact, it's a gut feeling, but on top of that, I just feel like when you think about this overall team, yes, the biggest question mark ain't defense. We know that, right? That's our biggest strength. Our biggest question mark is our offense, which I feel like you can only go up from there. Like from where we were last season, we could only get better. What was we ranked? Number 29, 28th in total offense. We could only get better. We can't get no worse, but we could get worse. But we ain't going to get no worse. We ain't going to speak that into existence. We're going to get better, right, when it comes to offense. When it comes to defense, bruh, this defense, I just want people to understand this season, we will be ranked. Listen, I said top 10. I think top 3 again. I'm starting to feel like a top 3 defense. Yes, there's a little bit of question marks. Maybe like we lost Jonathan Gennard, so who's going to replace him? But at the end of the day, you have Dallas Turner. At the end of the day, you have Blake Cashman. At the end of the day, you have one of the best defensive-minded defensive coordinators. Of course, he's a defensive-minded. He's defensive coordinator, so he has to be that, right? But he's very good, though. He doesn't just have the title. He has the resume to back it up as well. And I just feel like Gold Day is going to be terrific for the Minnesota Vikings because he's not just because he did play defensive end. Gold Day for the Minnesota Vikings, Jake Goldday, our second-round pick, he played defensive end. So I'm thinking, I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, okay. So we have Dallas Turner. He's going to have a double-digit sack. What's going on, Barry? Everybody in the building, hit the like button, We go live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say, sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us. But make sure you double tap that screen, hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. And also hit the subscribe button. Now, getting back to what I was saying. Dallas Turner, I see him having a double-digit sack year. I see Dallas Turner having an outstanding season. I know Andrew Van Ginkel, you know what he brings to the table. Andrew Van Ginkel's one of my favorite players on the team. The only issue I have with Andrew is he gets hurt a lot. Andrew Van Ginkel gets hurt a lot. And then when you add in Gold Day, which he can be middle linebacker or he can be an edge rusher as well. He's very versatile. I love what we got going on. I love what we got. What's going on, Chris, for real? Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit that like button, y'all. Help a brother out by hitting that like button, y'all. But Gold Day, I think it's going to be, I said it in yesterday's live stream, I think he's going to be a fan favorite because he has experience being a defensive end, an edge rusher. And he's very good at, when it comes to the blitz, Brian Flores likes to bring the hammer. So I just feel like Gold Day really does change a lot because you got he's such an underrated player in my honest opinion. And I can't wait to see him play. Like I'm very excited to see Jake Gold Day play, man. I can't wait to see him play. And then when you talk about what's his? I want to say his not his nickname. His nickname is Big Citrus, but Dominique Orange, nicknamed Big Citrus, I think our defensive line, they're not going to be able to run on us. I love the Vikings. I love the Vikings as well, bro. I'm so excited for this upcoming season, bro. I am so excited for this upcoming season. I am ecstatic. And I think our defensive line, like Dominique Orange and, of course, Caleb Banks. And then you talk about Dallas Turner. You talk about Andrew Van Ginkel. You talk about a lot of, listen, we don't have a bona fide pass rusher like a Danielle Hunter right now. But then again, we might have that because Dallas Turner, I can see Dallas Turner, you know what I'm saying, being the guy that can take over and get double-digit sacks. I see Dallas Turner having a great season. And the 2026 NFL season for the Vikings is going to surprise a lot of people. But I'm letting y'all know right now, you heard it first from your boy. Don't be surprised if the Vikings not only win the NFC North Division, but one of the best teams in the whole NFC, meaning we'll probably be a first seed, a second seed. We're going to be a top 3 seed in the NFC conference. That's where I'm starting to think right now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button if y'all haven't already. Let's go to the bowl. All the Viking fans, go to the bowl, man. Even if you're not a Viking fan, you're welcome to the YouTube family. We go live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. But yeah, Caleb Banks is going to be a menace. Dominique Orange is going to be a menace. Dallas Turner is going to be a menace. Shout. How you doing, brother? Vikings go. Yes, thank you, Chris Verrill, for that. Another pick that I absolutely like a lot is Jacoby Thomas, 3rd round pick. Jacoby Thomas. I think that 3rd round pick, getting that safety there. I know most of the people wanted Finneman, I think that's his name, from Oregon. But I think Jacoby Thomas is going to shock a lot of people as well. And I feel like he's going to learn from one of the best safeties in the world, that ever played, in Harrison Smith. And by the time Harrison Smith retires, I think Jacoby Thomas is going to be the guy to take his place. I really feel that way as well. I think that's another underrated pickup. I think another underrated pickup is Caleb Tiernan. If I jacked his name up, my bad. I think he's going to be a factor, because you know how injuries happen all the time for the Minnesota Vikings offensive line. Injuries happen all the time. So he's a swing tackle, and he has experience at playing guard as well. And I think, honestly, he's probably going to end up being a guard. But my whole thing is just having someone that you can develop. And if an injury was to happen, which we don't want to happen, we can put him in. And hopefully he's the guy that, he might not be a Christian Darrisaw or Brian O'Neill, or, you know what I mean? But just to keep us afloat. Now, I like that pick a lot. Also, I got to do more research on Charles Demings in the 5th round. I don't really know too much about Charles Demings. I want to do my research on him before I really give you my honest opinion about him. But just because he's a 5th round pick does not mean he's not going to be good in the NFL. You know what I mean? Charles Demings, if anybody knows about Charles Demings, let me know in the comments below. How good do you think Charles Demings... Oh, it's kind of windy out here. How good do you think Charles Demings can be for the purple and gold? How good do you think Charles Demings can be in the purple and gold? I think he's like 6'1", 200 and something pounds, like 202, 205, something like that. Not really sure. I don't really know too much about Charles Demings all like that. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite picks in the 2026 NFL draft is definitely Damon Claiborne in the 6th round. We traded a 6th round pick and a 7th round pick. We traded a 6th round pick in 2027, and we traded the 7th round pick in 2026. to get the 6th-round pick from the Patriots, and we drafted Damon Claiborne. I think Damon Claiborne is going to be pretty darn good for the Minnesota Vikings. I think I think kind of was a steal in my honest opinion, and I think he's going to be amazing. I think people are going to really like him as well. As a Jags fan, I'll be rooting for your Vikings team, only team I kind of like in the NFC North. Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. You know, NFC North, man, it's a tough division, but, you know, to be the best, you got to beat the best. You know what I mean? We have a tough division. The Bears they're really good. The Packers are really good. The Lions had a down season, but I think the Lions are good. So we have a tough division, but it only can make us better at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I just feel like a lot of people think that it's a guarantee that the Bears are going to repeat as the NFC North champions. They think they think the Packers are going to be good, and the Vikings are going to be in last in the division, and the Lions are going to be bad in the division. I truly feel like the Lions and the Vikings are going to be the best 2 teams in our division. I feel like the Vikings are going to be number 1 because I'm a Viking fan, but it could be the Lions as well. But I feel like the Vikings are going to really surprise a lot of people. And then what they're going to say is, and we don't have a last place schedule. So just saying that, we don't have a schedule where it's like so horrible. You know what I mean? It's going to be a decent schedule. And I just feel like our team is built to win when it counts the most. The trenches is where you win Super Bowls, right? So if you got Dominique Orange and you got Caleb Banks as your defensive tackle, nose tackle, you know what I mean? And then you got Dallas Turner, Andrew Van Ginkel, and then you got Jake Golday could be an edge rusher as well. And then you talk about the offensive line. Our offensive line just has to be healthy, and the sky's the limit. I don't see how, like, our trenches is where we finally addressed the trenches, bro. Like, I'm so happy about it. But yeah, shout out to the Jag fans. I think Vikes will be good. Yeah, man, I think the Vikings are going to be good this year, man. I know a lot of people are down on the Vikings because they don't know, like, and it's understandable. Like, I understand why. By the way, everybody that's in the building, hit the like button, double tap the screen, hit the like button. It really helps the channel out, pushes it out, and also hit the subscribe button. We go live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is One YouTube Family, and it's a little windy. That's why I keep on adjusting my flag because it's windy out here. But I just feel like, people have big question marks, which is understandable because you got to think about, can our offensive line stay healthy? And what about our quarterback? Can our quarterback stay healthy? Whoever it is, whether it's J.J. McCarthy, whether it's Kyler Murray, right? Or even Carson Wentz. Like, let's just keep it real. Like, can they stay healthy for a 17-game season? And that's a big question. You know what I mean? A lot of people question the Vikings just because of that. But you can't deny that our quarterback room is definitely better with Kyler Murray. Now, is he the missing piece? I don't know. I hope he is the missing piece. Or another year with J.J. McCarthy, and he's practicing and getting better with his footwork and his throwing motion and all that. Maybe J.J. McCarthy gets the opportunity and shines and does his thing. So a lot of question marks when it comes to the most important position in football. But the one thing I do believe is if the Vikings offensive line is healthy, we will have I think we'll have a decent offense. I'm not going to say we're going to have a top 10 because I got to see it to believe it. I say decent, meaning like average. I can see us having at least an average offense. And with an elite defense that's top 5, top 10, I feel like sky's the limit. Shout out to Mike in the building. If you had to choose one team that falls off in the NFC North, who do you think falls back? I think, you know what? It's because it's tough, man. I got so much respect for Caleb Williams, man, and Ben Johnson, how he got Caleb Williams looking the way he looks in his second year. The Bears offense was like top 5 all season long. I don't know what the ending like what did they rank at the end of the season, but I know they were like top 5 for most of the season. I don't. Ooh, I want to say the Bears will take a step back, and the only reason why I say the Bears is I just feel like now you have the expectations, right? When you have the expectations behind people getting more film on how your offense ran last year, it might be a little bit harder to be able to be as efficient offensively like you was last year. I don't know. I don't think the Bears can repeat that exact like how good they were offensively last year. I don't think they can do that. I think they're going to take a step back, but they're not going to be last. They could definitely repeat, but I just feel like it's just so much pressure when you have the expectations. Packers are tricky because I just feel like the Packers I don't know, man. They just built, man, to win. They got a good pass rush. Michael Parsons got hurt last year. He'll be healthy next year. So the Packers are going to be they're going to be decent. I ain't going to say they're going to be the best because I ain't going for all that. It's going to be the Vikings. But I feel like the Packers are tricky. But I feel like the Lions and the Vikings are going to run the NFC North next year. The two teams that were in the bottom of the NFC North are going to be the two top teams. I just got to feel it because it's a lot of pressure now on the Bears. Let's see if they can repeat that pressure. You know what I mean? But everybody in the building, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We go live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, you're welcome to the YouTube family. He said, you have the 11th worst, but it counts Miami as better than they really are. It's not even near the same Miami team. Wow. L. Jacksonville Cowboys fans. Skull brother, what's going on, Mr. New? What's good with you? Shout out to Mike in the building. He said Packers will probably be terrible. Didn't see who Packers drafted, but they're the only team in the NFC, the NFC North with positive draft grade. Man, you know what? I don't really even care what the draft grade is. You know what? When it comes to these so-called professionals, these so-called like for instance, I'm not saying that Mel Kiper isn't someone not to listen to, but they don't know everything, bro. They don't know everything. Mel Kiper, he gets a lot of things wrong as well. All these so-called experts that have way more film than an average person like myself. I don't want to say average like I'm a nobody, but I don't get the same information they get. You know what I mean? Not even close. I just go by what the little film I get to see and give you my honest opinion. They get way more when it comes to medical, when it comes to more deeper film, and people probably telling them a whole bunch of information and they just go by that. You know what I mean? They probably don't have to do all the dirty work and really look at the film. And I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying. So, I don't really go by what these people be, giving. Oh, this team got an A, this team got a B, this team got a C. All right, so this is how for the Vikings, right? I give them an A-. I give the Vikings whole grade, draft grade, A-. And the only reason why I don't give them lower than that or higher, I'm going to tell you why. So I give them an A- because I'm very surprised that they doubled down. They doubled down on defensive tackle. You know what it reminded me of? When I was a Viking fan, when I first became a Viking fan, I'm not sure who's a Viking fan that's been a Viking fan for over 20 years like myself, but there's two players named it's the William Wall, right? Kevin Williams and Pat Williams. When we had that wall, nobody could run on the Vikings. You could look up the numbers. Nobody ran on the Vikings. We had two defensive tackles that you wasn't running the ball. You would have to run on the outside. And good luck with that as well. You know what I mean? So it's we kind of brung that back, and you drafted Dominique Orange, a true nose tackle, and you drafted Caleb Banks, a defensive tackle that can move around. He can be the nose tackle. He can be DT. He can be an edge rusher as well. And I'm like, yo, we bringing that stuff back. The best thing about a defensive line, right, You got to make a team one-dimensional. Sorry about the win, y'all. Sorry about the win. If you take away the run and you can still get to the quarterback, that's a win-win. Because if you don't stop the run, like the Vikings were 21st in stopping the run last year. We were 21st in stopping the run. And I think this is going to automatically make us top 15, top 10. I don't even say 15. I'm going to say top 10. Top 10 at rushing the stopping the run. You're not running on this team. I'm a defensive person at heart, even though my favorite player of all time is Randy Moss. But for them to get two dogs in the middle of that defensive line got me thinking, like, maybe they finally listened to some Viking fans. Now, the only thing I am kind of iffy is they didn't draft a center, but they're going to give that responsibility to Blake Brandel most likely. And they did draft Caleb Farinen, I think that's how you say his name, which he was drafted in the 3rd round. And he was projected to be a 2nd-round pick, I believe. And he dropped to the 3rd round. So that's a good value pick. He's a tackle that can be a swing tackle. He can play left tackle, right tackle. He can also be a guard as well. So I'm just looking at how we address the trenches, and I love that. And then on top of that, they drafted Jacoby Thomas. I think he's going to be a freaking dog at safety. But even going back to the 2nd round, Jake Golday, he's another guy that can play on the edge. He's a middle linebacker. He's like a versatile linebacker. He's like a hybrid linebacker. He could be probably similar to Andrew Van Ginkel and Blake Cashman, and all in one. Unless you're a fan of a division rival, I don't know why you hate the Jags. We literally have 0 controversies, dirty players within recent years. I don't hate the Jags. I never hated the Jags. No. He said, go Bears. We beating the brakes off the Bears. Packers didn't pick in the first. Their top pick was a corner. Okay. Lions falling, in my opinion. You think the Lions are falling? Okay. Goff Cook Bears. Goff Cook Bears going to take a step forward, in my opinion. You think the Bears going to take another step forward? How many more steps forward they got to take, bro? I'm not. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that, bro. I hope that does not happen. We don't want the Bears. And let me say this about the Bears. This ain't no, like, I'm not hating on the Bears. The Bears got a good team. But we beat them in week 1. And we almost beat them the second time we played them. And the reason why we almost beat them is because of our defense. Our offense, if our offense was just average, y'all don't understand how good the Vikings would have been last year. If our defense was top 3, was number 3, and if we had an average offense, just imagine what the Vikings would have did. The problem with the Vikings is we were number 28th in total offense. And that's the reason why we had no chance. We had no chance. Even with a great defense, we had no chance. That was the issue with the Vikings last year. That's what I'm saying. If our defense is getting better, in my honest opinion, it's getting better. Even if it takes a couple of steps back when it comes to the rank. I don't care about the rank all like that. As long as they unless they're like 15 or 20 or something like that, then it's gonna get bad. But as long as they top 10, I'm cool with that. And then if the offense could just be decent, bro. Caleb Williams honestly had more miracle plays than anything like take away 3 plays and they lose 3 games. Yeah, that's true though. But the thing about it, bro, you still can't take it away from him though, man. Just like the plays that we could have made the playoffs, right? If it wasn't for that kickoff return by the Bears, if it wasn't for a couple other big 3rd down conversions, if it wasn't for us not being able to get a first down when we really, really needed it at the end of a game, we could have definitely won some more games. I can't take away from Caleb because that is his 2nd year, and that was a first-year head coach. And from what they accomplished in his first year being a head coach, and his second year being a quarterback in the NFL, that's pretty remarkable if you really think about it. Like being a top 5 offense for most of the season, winning the NFC North division. I think he got a playoff win as well, right? Did they win one playoff game? I mean, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? That's pretty darn good. Now, I don't want it to repeat, though. Like, as a Viking fan, heck no. I don't want that to repeat. I know the Bears are good, but they're not winning the division next year. I think the Vikings are going to be so good, we could end up sweeping the Bears next year, bro. Like, I'm not even saying it like because I'm a Viking fan. I'm just saying it because I just feel like we easily could have beat them last year 2 times. We could have easily beat the Bears 2 times last year. People are so quick to forget. Like I said, it was our freaking offense, bro, that held us back. It was our offense that couldn't score because of injuries. Our offensive line was bad. The play calling wasn't the best consistently. Quarterbacks kept getting hurt. Every quarterback on our team got hurt besides Max Brosmer. Max Brosmer, the only quarterback that didn't get hurt. Everybody else got hurt. Oh my gosh, I almost stepped in some dog crap. What in the world, bro? People got to pick up their dog crap, man, off the trail, bro. See, I'm walking this trail, y'all. And I don't know what it is, but people be letting their dogs just crap all over the trail. There's so much grass around this area, and they let their dogs crap in the middle of the trail. I'm not making this up, y'all. And I'm a dog person. I love dogs. I love animals. But come on, man. What are y'all doing? He said, depends on what you mean by falling off. I think all 4 NFC will be good. I know everything about football. Lions drafted line help. We have the best skill position rooms in the league. Wide receiver room is stacked. Safety is my only worry about the Lions because both safeties could still be hurt next season. Are you talking about what's the one Bull's name? Help me out, Lions fan. What's your safety's name? He's an interception machine. What's his name? What is his freaking name? I want to say McKinney, but it's not. I don't know if that's his name, man. McDuff. I don't know what his dang old last name is, man. But he's like an interception machine. Is it him? I don't know. Is it the Lions? I might be getting confused. But the Lions do have a lot of talent. I just feel like the Lions and the Vikings are going to be the best 2 teams. I got a feeling, man. I don't think it's the Packers and the Bears. I just don't. I hope not. We got to change that. We got to change that narrative. I'm tired of. No, I don't want to see the Packers. I don't want to see the Bears. I want to have the 2 teams that hasn't won a Super Bowl be the best teams in the division. Lions ain't winning the Super Bowl, and the Vikings ain't winning a Super Bowl. So we trying to change some narratives, and we trying to dominate the NFC North division. Is that just like Goff is a dog, and he has protection now. Lions healthy is the best team in the league. I don't know about all that, bro. I think you capping with that. Hey, listen, that's one thing we're going to have to disagree. Agree to disagree with that. We're going to have to agree to disagree with that. I don't think the Lions got the best team. I got respect for Goff. This is the thing about Goff. He lives off that play action. The one thing that the Vikings ain't letting happen, we're going to see it. I hope you come on the live stream too, bro, when I'm live for the Lions versus Vikings. You're not running on the Vikings. I don't see it happening. And if we make your team one-dimensional and we got Goff throwing the ball 40 to 50 times, y'all losing. That means Gibbs isn't running the ball because y'all can't run the ball. And that means y'all going to lose the game. If y'all can't establish that run against the Vikings, y'all going to lose. I like Goff. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks playing off that play action. But if he don't got that run game and he can't utilize that play action, it's not going to be the same, bro. It's not going to be. It's just my opinion. It's not going to be. And I've been consistent when I've been saying about Goff. I don't think Goff is a bad quarterback at all. I think he's a decent quarterback. And sometimes he's better than decent. He's better than decent. But he's better than decent when you have that running game where he can play off of that play action. He is so good playing off that play action. One of the best in the game. I've been saying it for a long time now, y'all. I am not just talking. I've been saying the same thing about golf. Facts. Who oh, y'all going back and forth. Murray, yeah, we got Murray, baby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kuiper thought taking Lewis C at the end of first round was the greatest Viking pick of all time. Yo, all I'm saying is this though, bro. Like, I like Mel Kiper. What's the other guys? What's the other guy that be reporting on like the draft grades and all that? Help me out, Mike. I know Mike in the building still. Mike, who the other guy that be talking about the drafts and who should be #1 pick and this? What's the Bulls' name, bro? They be getting a lot of stuff wrong, bro. Like, just like myself, I get a lot of things wrong. But these dudes got way more information than me, bro. That's straight facts. I was Jordan Love did last season, and he was not even. Didn't Love beat the Cowboys? Rattled by getting sacked. It doesn't matter. I know 7 seed Packers destroyed the Cowboys. Just don't remember the quarter. Y'all funny. Why do you don't like the Jags, bro? You're the only. Excuse me. What's going on, dogs? He said Eagles with the great pickup. Yeah, I think y'all, what's his name? Makai Lemon's going to be a dog. I think Makai Lemon was a great pickup, man. Makai Lemon was a good pickup from y'all, man. I was watching film on him, and I actually thought there was a chance that my boy Mike would say, Vikings going to go wide receiver. Hey, listen, honestly, the Vikings could have went wide receiver, bro. There were some people projecting the Vikings drafting Makai Lemon, bro. And Makai Lemon is I think he's gonna be a freaking dog, bro. He's a deep threat. He can play in the slot as well. He's a all around good wide receiver. I like Makai Lemon. If your offense wasn't the worst, I don't care what rank they were. I've never seen an offense that Mike, come on, Mike. So you're saying that So you're saying the Vikings offense was the worst offense you ever seen in your life? Yo, people don't understand how bad our offense was, man. They said we were ranked 28th or 29th. I say we're ranked number 32, bro. Like, listen, I ain't gonna lie. That offense was horrible, bro. The Vikings offense last year was different. When I mean by different, I don't mean in a good way. I mean in a bad way. It was so horrible. I was like, this can't be really what's happening. Mike, I'm excited to see our division this year. Last season, Lions had the second hardest schedule in the league and the most injured in the league. I think a healthy Lions makes waves this year. Yeah, I think y'all going to make some moves. Y'all going to do good this year. But are y'all going to do better than the Minnesota Vikings? That's the question. You know we going at it, brother. Caleb will definitely play tackle. Yeah. Caleb, yes. Even though people are teasing his short arms, he's just too big to move in all the way in. Yes. You know what? Tannerman you're talking about. Yes. They say he can't. They say that he can't play. They say he can't play tackle. They're going to have to move him in that guard, bro. I don't know, bro. I hate when they be saying that, bro. I really can't stand. Like, I get it. The measurables, sometimes they count, sometimes they don't. But I'm really tired of hearing these. And I don't want to call them nerds in a bad way. But these are some nerds, man. Oh, my gosh. His arm is 3 inches shorter than an average offensive tackle lineman. Like, get out of here with that bull crap. Can he play tackle? Yes or no? And we'll see. We'll see. I mean, dang. Like, because like I keep trying to tell people, what I keep trying to tell people is the one thing you can't measure is heart. Yeah, he might have the talent, but he has the talent, but you say his arms are 3 inches shorter. than an average offensive tackle's arms. But what about his heart? His talent is good. His arm length is a little bit short. But what about his heart? So you could have the traditional arm length size and this and that and the third, the weight, all that. But he's probably soft and sweet like cotton candy. When on that football field, soft and sweet like cotton candy. He probably put up all the great numbers at the NFL Combine, ran a good 40 for an offensive tackle or a guard or whatever, or he bench pressed so much weight and this and that and the third. But when you put him on that football field, he plays like he's soft as bread. So I don't go by just the measurables all the time. Yeah, it sounds good. Oh, this guy did this and he bench pressed this and he ran this. What is he going to do on the football field, bro? What is he going to do on the football field? You know what I mean? My boy Mike don't like the Jags. I don't know why he don't like the Jags, man. Mike, why don't you like the Jags, bro? Tell me why you don't like the Jags, because I don't even know my dang on self. Oh, hold on. Brother, I don't... Hold on. He said, bro, I don't want it either, but the Bears keep moving forward. Not much I can do. They make some mistakes in the draft, thankfully. We'll see. Someone said, go Dogs. What's good with you? Malik Neighbors hating on Tate. Pick from Titans. So maybe that will give him a... Man, why would Malik Neighbors hate on Tate, though? That's crazy. Why would Malik Neighbors hate on Tate? But what if it's wild and stuff that are poop? Even... Nah. Ain't no wild dogs out here, bro. Ain't no wild dogs. I see too many people with their dogs. They got some people got their bags. Some people don't got their bags. And I don't think it's wild dogs, bro. I don't. I truly don't, bro. And I know what deer poop look like, bro. Deer poop looks like little blueberries, little blackberries, bro. I know what deer poop look like. You know what I mean? It looks like little pebbles, bro. I know what that look like. And I know what dog poop look like. I had a dog before. And that was some dog crap. And we don't have no wild dogs out here. It's just a lot of weird, like, it's very, like, you know, you never know, but I don't see, there's no wild dogs that live in this. You might have a raccoon, a skunk. I've seen plenty of deers, stuff like that. But out here, bro, there's no wild dogs out here, bro. No wild dogs. I'll come on this trail all the time, bro. I would have seen it. But I see a lot of people walk their dogs on this trail, bro. I seen it. I be seeing it. Yes, hit that like button. I got the Vikings leading the division right now after the draft. Let's get it. That's how I feel, bro. Let's be honest. If it wasn't for us having J.J. McCarthy as quarterback when he needed to be learning, we would have made the playoffs. But you know what, though, bro? They had no choice. I'm going to tell you why they had no choice. When they let Sam Darnold go, I hate to bring up Sam Darnold in this conversation. When they let Sam Darnold go, who else going to start? They had no other option. Bro. You're not going to start Max Brosmer. You wasn't going to start Carson Wentz, I don't think. So they had no other option. And they even said, even Kevin O'Connell was saying that J.J. McCarthy was ready, in other words. So as fans, we're like, okay, we believe what Kevin O'Connell's saying. He's a so-called quarterback whisperer. He knows what to do. And we all fell for it. And J.J. McCarthy turned out to not be ready. And we were all wrong. You know what I mean? So, like I said, bro, nobody knew that J.J. McCarthy wasn't really ready. But I think it was more about injuries than that, though, bro. Like, he has some good moments. J.J. McCarthy has some good moments, bro. It was more of his injuries that held him back more than... His injuries held him back more than anything else, in my honest opinion. He said, also just giving you a hard time, Gage. Lions are my rival. Yeah, we ain't worrying about them. We ain't worrying about the Lions. We ain't worrying about the Packers. We ain't worrying about none of them. The Bears, we beating the brakes off all of them. It's all love at the end of the day, but we beating the brakes off of all y'all teams. take living in Arizona, but being a Lions fan, I left when he went to the Vikings. Here's my. He said, well, there's over 200 picks, and most won't go to a team built for their play style. That's true. Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph. McShay. Yeah, McShay. I actually like McShay. Yeah, but you know they don't get everything right. I probably like McShay better than Mel Kiper. But they be making it seem like those dudes just know everything, bro. Like what they say is gonna happen. And I'm like, all right, they probably know more than most people, right? But even with knowing more than most people, they get a lot of things wrong. A lot of things wrong. Yeah, for real. Y'all. So it's easy. Yeah, they do get guesses wrong, but people be making it sound like when they say, like for instance, all right, well this team got a letter grade of an A. Yeah, how do you know? How do you know? Nobody really knows, right? We're gonna see. Listen. We're gonna see this season. Let's see what players shine this season in their first season. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. It's all a bunch. It's a bunch of guessing. He said, y'all don't need any more talent. Kyler is better than any quarterback y'all had in a minute. But he doesn't love the sport anymore. He will play good for a few games, then get injured. Or the next call of duty will come out. Oh, man. Oh, when's the next Call of Duty coming out, y'all? We gotta make sure he doesn't play. He overplays when underprotected. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Gage maybe playing hometown Vikings will get him back. Yeah, maybe. It's a little windy out here, but you know. What he said, Murray doesn't like to scramble anymore, and that's the big part of him that made him good. Yeah. Caleb does the same stuff. Man, Caleb, I like Caleb because he's very what I like about Caleb, he has like veteran, like I don't know if it was Ben Johnson. I didn't really watch Caleb like that last season. But I was forced to watch him this season because of how good he was, right? A lot of the times when he would get in trouble, he would just throw the ball away, bro. He played like a veteran quarterback last season. He didn't throw that many interceptions. And like he would just throw the ball away. If he got into too much trouble and he couldn't use his legs to get yards, he gonna throw it away. He not gonna try to force it. He gonna throw it away, bro. That's what like the veterans do. You know what I mean? That's what like the veteran quarterbacks do. They don't try to force something and make it into a bad play. Let me give you an example. And I know he's an undrafted free agent. Max Brosmer. Well, I don't want to say that. I'm not bringing Max Brosmer in this. Never mind. I can't compare. But it was a pick six. The play calling was horrible against the Seahawks, and it was just bad all around. I'm pretty sure he's seen how bad the play was before he threw the dang on ball. What he should have did is it'll be turnover on downs, but at least it won't be a pick six. What happened was, it was so bad a play calling. Kevin O'Connell, I started laughing. I wasn't even mad. Y'all remember that play? I know Mike remembers the play. I wasn't even mad, bro. I was laughing at that play, bro. That's how I couldn't be mad at it. I was like, oh man, this guy don't threw a dang on pick six. Justin Jefferson only had 2 touchdowns last year. We already know that. We know why. So I guess Justin Jefferson is a bad wide receiver because he only had 2 receiving touchdowns. And this is my whole thing, full context. We got to have full context. Who was his quarterbacks last year? Compare it to a quarterback of Sam Darnold, then you go to J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and Max Brosmer as your quarterbacks. It's going to be a big change in production, I'll tell you that. And I'm not trying to hate on J.J. because he was hurt, but I'm just being honest. He said, we won 9 games with that offense. We're probably going to be good. Yes, that's what I'm saying, bro. In my opinion, Vice going 13 personnel a lot. Let's get it. Man, what's your... if the Packers were smart, they would realize Jordan Love prefers tight ends and go 13 personnel as well. Is the size of hold on, he said what? Is the size of the fight in the dog, not the size of the dog in the fight? They should have did last year. It just depends if Kevin O'Connell is smart enough to adapt a better play style. Mike, you funny, Mike. Funny comment, bro. Issues is the fight isn't there either. Yup. Kevin O'Connell is... Oh, man. Did anyone else check y'all's messages? I love when Arizona got him. He had a good year, then got hurt. Hasn't played like that again. Mr. New, I have a question there. What up, broski? Jordan Love. I'm just reading every little thing. Jordan Love's and injury prone also, yeah. That's like asking why you don't like Packers and Bears. Yeah, that's true. That is true, though, bro. You are right. Because they're in their same division. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I'm an expert. I know, bro. I be out here, bro. I be out here. I went live this one time, man. True story. It was like dusk dark. I was walking this trail by myself. And I seen all these deers around, man. Everywhere I went, I seen deers. And I was just, I was showing y'all on live stream. I was showing y'all the deers. And this buck, good sized buck. I'm 6 foot, right? So I'm 6 feet tall. When I tell you this buck was a good size, he was big. He was pretty big. And he ran on this is the trail. This is the trail, y'all. Right? Where this line is, about 5 feet from this line, he ran right in front of me, bro. Ran right in front of me. Like he had no care in the world. He wasn't scared. Usually deers are scared to go around humans, and he didn't have no fear at all. I'm just happy that the dang on deer didn't try to attack me, bro. Like that was how close that deer was, bro. But I be seeing deer crap on the trails all the time. But they live out here. You know what I mean? I see it all the time. That's why I gotta look at the trail. I stepped in deer poop before. I was looking at the phone like I am right now, and then all of a sudden I felt this little squish. I was like, oh, damn, that's probably something. That's either dog poop or deer poop. One of the two. Could be something else, but that's usually the two candidates on this trail. Yes, if there was a bad, and not saying Kyler Murray, I see Jefferson possibly leaving. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. If he has another bad season like last year, he is leaving. I don't think he's staying. He's going to request for a trade. Viking fans will hate me for that. Yeah, he gonna leave. I said to trade Jefferson last year for the draft picks. Yup, he did. Mike been trying to trade Justin Jefferson for the longest. Mike, they'll never trade Justin Jefferson unless he requests a trade. I just know this franchise, bro. This franchise won't do it. The only reason why they traded Stephon Diggs was because Stephon Diggs asked to be traded. That's the only reason why they traded Stephon Diggs, bro. Stephon Diggs is a heck of a wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. And they only traded him because he asked to be traded. I'm telling y'all. I see it too, and I think A.J. Brown is leaving the Eagles. Vikings could pick... No, I don't want A.J. I don't want A.J. That's the one wide receiver I don't want. I do not want A.J. He's a very good wide receiver, but his ego, he thinks he's Randy Moss, man. He thinks he's Randy Moss. He thinks he's like the greatest wide receiver. I don't know what he thinks he is, bro, but his ego's too big, bro. The Eagles will be winning a game, and he'll sit there and cuss out his own head coach because the ball's not going to him. He's not Terrell Owens. He's not Larry Fitzgerald. He's not those those guys. He's a good wide receiver though, but he ain't that good. He ain't those guys. You know what I mean? And he act like it's like if my team is winning, yes, it would suck not to have my numbers, but as long as my team is winning, I'll be very happy. But if my team is losing and my numbers aren't good as well, that's a double-edged sword right there. Y'all need to throw me the freaking ball and maybe we can win. But if we're winning, that's different. He don't care. He doesn't care. Oh, I need the ball. I mean, you're winning by 20 points. Well, I don't care. I remember when they won that Super Bowl, he was yelling at his coach. I'm like, yo, this guy is crazy. Against the Chiefs. He was yelling at his coach, cussing out his coach. And I'm like, y'all winning the game. Your defense is doing a great job. Your offense is doing enough. And Jalen Hurts is doing enough. Why change the game plan to make you happy? So we can throw an interception and they return it for a pick six or something? Or no, we're not. He really is frustrated. Hold on, I'm missing comments. I see it too. I think I read that. He really is frustrated. WJJ is Chris and Chris Carter is personal friend. Doesn't like McCarthy, so there's some bad blood going on there. Oh wow, yeah. I think Chris Carter isn't rocking with JJ McCarthy. I get it. I get it, but at the same time, what the heck? I get it, but at the same time, Chris Carter, you're an all-time great wide receiver, bro. For you to, you can say what you want. I ain't telling you not to say nothing. You can say what the heck you want. Free country, say what the heck you want. But at the same time, it's like when you got an all-time great player saying, "Oh, he ain't really that guy," it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Green Bay Packers lost a lot. I don't want them to. I like the Lions corners, but Jefferson is a dog. If JJ doesn't look amazing, Jets ain't trying to hear it anymore. Yeah. Imagine JJ goes to the shit. You talking about Justin Jefferson or JJ McCarthy, Mike? I hope you're not talking about Justin Jefferson. If you talking about Justin Jefferson, I'll be like JJ McCarthy. I ain't trying to be mean, but if he goes to the Packers, I'm not really tripping all like that. Like I like JJ McCarthy, but I'm not really tripping. You know what I mean? But if it's Justin Jefferson, some bull crap. I'll be so I don't know. I'll say the Vikings are the stupidest franchise in the history of franchises. If they do that. Is a good coach. JJ McCarthy will probably ball out. Yeah, I think so too. But hold on, let me read that comment. Yeah, JJ had a hilarious moment. The game. Hold on. The game he got MVP, and he just stood there, staring like a. Oh, yeah, McCarthy. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if McCarthy went. I wouldn't be mad. I ain't gonna lie. Viking fans just bring Kyler a high chair to every game, throw them into the field so he can see past them. Oh, gosh. Y'all gonna be sorry when Kyler Murray puts up 5,000 passing yards, throws for 30-plus touchdowns and only 15 INTs, well, not 15, about 12 INTs. 12 INTs, throwing for 30 touchdowns, rushing for 6 touchdowns. Y'all going to be like, oh, man. Y'all going to be sorry. He said, think about it. Draft analysts only have to get 1 or 2 draft picks right a year to keep it going. That is true, though. That is true, man. Yeah, it's all a bunch of guessing, but they got so much more information, and they can probably get it right most of the time. But you're right, though. 200 wrong and 2 right, and people will take your word. Yeah. The only pick that I am very, Like, I'm proud that I've always been proud since we didn't make the pick, but I was right about Drake May. I was right about Drake May. I'm gonna keep on saying it. I was right about Drake May. At an order court, I listen. I talked about Caleb, but I didn't really think about Caleb. I thought about Drake May because we had a better chance of getting Drake May, and everybody was telling me he wasn't gonna be good. Now we'll see what he does this year, but to me, he's a very good young quarterback. He's only getting better. He's not a perfect. He's not in his prime yet. You know what I mean? Drake May got to the Super Bowl and he wasn't even in his prime. Drake May is still getting better. And like my boy Mike said in that playoffs, he didn't utilize his legs. He didn't utilize his legs in the Super Bowl. I said playoffs. I need to say Super Bowl. He got to the dang Super Bowl. Everything else I probably get wrong though. When it comes to drafts, I'll probably get them all wrong. You getting it, Mike's vibes. C League going. We're going. What's good? What's going on, GB? You getting a Mike's vibes fantasy league? You know what? I probably should. Don't get me wrong. I'm not comparing Jefferson to Harrison Jr., but both you catch like everything their way. If Kyler can't get the ball to Harrison Jr., I think we'll struggle to. Nah, bro. Two different offenses. We'll see. Now we're gonna see. This is why there's a big question mark with the Vikings because, you know, nobody knows how this offense is going to be. I feel like something flew in my freaking ear. Nobody knows what this offense is going to be. So that's the biggest. We already kind of know what the defense is going to look like. Like we don't like nobody with any type of knowledge of the Vikings last year, what they did last year, is going to say the Vikings are going to be a bottom barrel defense. Like I would be really surprised if the Vikings are bottom 20. You know what I mean? On defense. Like, they're going to be top 10, in my honest opinion. Right? It's the freaking offense, bro. Like, nobody knows what it's going to look like. Like, we're trying to be... Like, I'm an optimistic, delusional Viking fan. And I'm thinking that Kyler Murray is going to be the guy that can make this offense look decent. Or J.J. McCarthy, if he gets the opportunity again, to make this offense look decent. But it's a big question mark. You know what I mean? Because then you're not even just thinking about the quarterback. You're thinking about, will we establish the run game? You're not even just thinking about that. Will the offensive line hold up? So there's so many ifs. Will. If. And if the ifs hold up and they don't get hurt and if Kevin O'Connell is going to be a better play caller, instead of throwing it for a touchdown pass on 4th and inches, why don't you try to run the ball? You know what I mean? Like, little stuff like that. Like, instead of trying to go for it on 4th and inches with a tight end, we did a handoff to TJ Hockenson to try to get a first down, bro, on 4th down and inches. That's the type of play calling we were dealing with last season. Horrible play calling. So it's so many ifs. So I get it. But we can't be bad. We can't be that bad. He had to have learned from his mistakes, right? You learn from your mistakes. You don't keep on doing the same thing, expecting a different result, right? So you got to change it up. So what's the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity is keep on trying the same thing, expecting a different outcome. So if he keeps doing the same thing, guess what's going to happen to him? He's going to get fired. Kevin O'Connell deserves to get fired if he keeps doing the same dang on thing. You know? Like, listen, ain't no if buts about it no more. Ain't no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses from any Viking fan. And if I hear excuses, I'm going to say you should want more from your team. You should want more from your team. Meaning, we don't want to just get regular season wins. We want to get a dang on Super Bowl. I got a couple of Viking people that come to this channel that witnessed the Super Bowls or witnessed some of the Super Bowls, and they are tired of losing. We don't care about regular season awards anymore. We want a postseason run. We want a Super Bowl. Well, Kevin O'Connell has a lot of wins in the regular season. I don't give two craps. As long as we get to the playoffs, that's all that matters, and we make a run. Like I said before, get to the playoffs 3 times in a row, and maybe 1 out of the 3 you win a dang on Super Bowl. Maybe 1 out of the 3 you win a Super Bowl. But if you don't even get to the playoffs 2 times in a row, 3 times in a row, look at the Eagles. How many times did the Eagles get to the dang on playoffs in a row? How many times did the Chiefs get to the playoffs in a row? How many times did the Buffalo Bills get to the playoffs in a row? How many times did the Ravens, before they won it with Ray Lewis, get to the dang on playoffs in a row? You got to get the Steelers when they had Big Ben. Oh my gosh, Big Ben was amazing. The Steelers back with Jerome Bettis. How many times did the Steelers get to the freaking Super Bowl? You have to, how many times did they get to the playoffs? You have a chance when you get to the playoffs. Same with the Patriots when they had Tom Brady. How many times did Tom Brady and the Patriots get to the playoffs? It seemed like every year, bro. In Tom Brady's prime, I don't think they ever missed the playoffs, bro. I'm talking about in his prime, unless he got hurt. Tom Brady is going to make the playoffs, bro. I don't think Bill Belichick and Tom Brady missed 1 playoffs in his prime. So that's what I'm saying. You have a better chance to win when you get to the playoffs. But some people be like, well, we just care about the regular season wins. I don't, bro, it's good. Yes, I care about the regular season. Yes, it matters. But it's not the end-all be-all. We want to win a Super Bowl. And that's what people keep on forgetting. Yeah, like, listen. Yeah, I'm okay with the 14 wins we had the other season with Sam Darnold. But what happened in the first round? What happened to the Vikings in the first round? We went against the dang on Rams. And Matthew Stafford destroyed us in the first half. The second half, Brian Flores adapted to what it was, and they only scored a field goal in the second half. But guess what the offense did? The offense in the whole entire game, I'm talking about all 4 quarters, did not a dang on thing. The offense was so suspect. The offense was so horrible in that game. And we're talking about with Sam Darnold. We're not talking about J.J. McCarthy or Max Brosmer or Carson Wentz. We're talking about Sam Darnold, a Super Bowl champion quarterback now. And Kevin O'Connell couldn't make the adjustments. And then there's always the excuse about the offensive line. Yeah, the offensive line was banged up, but it wasn't as banged up as this last season. But I'm tired of all these excuses. Next man up, and that's why you have to draft, and you have to draft better, develop better. And when there is an injury on the offensive line, you replace them with someone that you drafted. So I love the Murray gonna be a freaking baller. 3, yeah, bro. Through the air, 500 scramble. Let's go. 4K overall total. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mr. New. Let's go, baby. My bad. You just got me hyped just now. I think he gets closer to 450. But I could see the 3K with Addison and JJ. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mike. Let's go, Mike. Mike finally brings some pot. See, Mike, I'm calling you out, Mike. So what did your Titans do that you love, man? Tell me about your draft, bro, because I know you're a Titans fan. I know you don't like the Jags. They're in your division. I get it. I forgot about that. Do the Titans have a chance this year, man? Talk to me, Mike. Mike, I need you to talk to me in the comments, man. Now, in my opinion, there was other things going on with Harrison Jr. and the reason D-Hop want to come back to play with Murray. In my opinion, Cardinals just organizationally fail all their players. It's Ben Johnson. He came from Detroit in one of the best offensive seasons ever. He just a genius. Yeah, I like Ben Johnson a lot. Yeah, true current or like Megatron or yeah, yup. 4th and goal, undrafted rookie versus top 2 defense. Better run a bootleg. Yup, that's what he does. Oh, was the rookie's first start. Yeah, it was the rookie's first start, bro. And they literally ran a boot. And it was just like, I just wish he would have threw the ball away. He tried to make a play, and it was a pick 6. And I started laughing. That play was so funny, bro. I said, this is the season right here, y'all. I said, this is the season right here. This is what we're going to do all season, man. This play calling has to be a fireable offense, but he still didn't get fired. So then after that, right? So after that, we go against, what's the next game? Forgot. We went on a win streak at the end of the season, but I'm trying to figure out another bad game where I'm just, so many bad plays. Can't keep track. JJ could step in after injury and finish the job if needed. They had no option, referring to earlier question with McCarthy, because they didn't use foresight. Was embarrassing losing all them quarterbacks. Yeah. And then they had Carson Wentz. Oh my God. This is why I got a lot of respect for Carson Wentz. Guy had I don't know how bad his shoulder was during the game, but you know he had a brace. So we know his shoulder was bad. Nobody knew the details, like when it officially came out. He said they had a dislocated shoulder, a fractured socket, a torn labrum. I'm like, what's the labrum in your shoulder? Is it like a ligament? I'm like, okay, it must be a ligament. Okay, so he tore that, dislocated shoulder. It's just like the bull was out there trying to make some out of nothing. The guy was crying on the sideline, and this is Kevin O'Connell. Hey, listen, man, we don't want to take a chance with JJ McCarthy, as we don't know if he's ready. It's just like, I didn't like Kevin O'Connell last year. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I'm gonna be optimistic this year, and I hope he proves me wrong. I really do. I hope he proves me wrong. Yeah, he bad and needs to be more transparent about saying McCarthy was right. Exactly. Admit you're wrong. Exactly, bro. Plus the O-line was, O-line was horrible. But I think the O-line was horrible because of course, injury. But on top of that, it was play calling, bro. Like, I said this so many times, bro, and it's me saying it again. It's like a broken record. And I don't know everything about football. I don't pretend to know everything. I just know basic stuff, right? I don't know everything about football. I just know the basic stuff, right? I just know if your offensive line is hurt, right? Say you have 3 out of your 5 offensive linemen hurt. Why the freak are you trying to throw the ball so many times? Why aren't you trying to run the ball, especially if your run game, despite your offensive line being banged up and not healthy, you still tried to throw the ball, and our running game was successful. Our run game was successful, and he still tried to run the ball. He still tried to pass the ball on me. He didn't adapt to what the situation was. So I think the offensive line could have looked a lot better, because I said this before last season. I said, this is just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe y'all can school me on this. I just feel like pass blocking is harder than run blocking. Because run blocking, you're actually trying to, push them forward or whatever, push them to the side. When it comes to pass blocking, you got to really be disciplined and make sure they don't get past you, and you don't want to step on your quarterback. You want to make sure you have a good, clean pocket for your quarterback. So it's a little bit different. Allow your offensive line to, be a little bit aggressive. You know what I mean? And run block. And even though the run game was pretty good with Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones, Kevin O'Connell was allergic to it. Like my bull Mike said. He said, Kevin O'Connell, he probably has a disagreement with a running back in the day. The running back probably took his girlfriend or something. I don't know what it was. Something personal must have happened with a running back, because I know he was a quarterback. Because don't forget, Kevin O'Connell was drafted by the Patriots, right? He was a quarterback. So maybe a running back, I don't know, man. Maybe they got in a fight. I don't know. But he don't like running backs, it seems like. He didn't like running the ball. Even if it was successful. Because there was a couple of games where we would run the ball. Like, we ran the ball, get this, y'all, 2 to 3 times in a row. And let me tell you, we got 2 first downs on 3 carries. You know what Kevin O'Connell did? Yeah. He didn't just do a pass. He did a deep pass for a dang on try to get a touchdown. And guess what it was? A dang on interception. It's just, he overthinks it. I'm not saying not to pass the ball. But what I am saying is you got to run the ball a little bit more. Change it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be 50-50. But can it at least be 60-40? can at least be a little bit reasonable, I'll even take 70-30. 70-30, something like that, man. It got to the point, some games you're just like, all right, we already know what we're going to do. We're not going to run the ball. We're going to pass, punt, pass, punt, pass, punt, pass, punt. That's all it was. That's all it freaking was, bro. And then it just got to the point where it was like, if I know what's about to happen, these are professional athletes, bro. They study the film way more than me. These are the defensive coordinator probably say, yo, this is what they're going to do all game. If I know what's going to happen, why wouldn't the opposing defense know what's going to happen? The opposing defense is definitely going to know what's going to happen next if you keep on doing the same thing. Oh, our offensive line is bad. Oh, you keep throwing the ball. Oh, the pass rushers are going to know that you're not going to run the ball, so they don't even have to be disciplined when it comes to trying to stop the run. So what they're going to do is say, all right, well, we're going to just rush the quarterback all game, and we're going to sack him, and we're going to make it even worse for him because we know that the Vikings aren't going to run the ball. Regardless of how successful it was, we wasn't running the ball. So my whole thing is, with this big rant just now, he has to learn from his mistakes. Okay, everybody makes mistakes. He's a human being. Everybody makes mistakes. But don't make the same mistake 2 years in a row, bro. There's not many coaches. How many coaches, I'm talking about head coaches, are in the NFL? There's 32. There's only 32 jobs. And you will be fired very quick if you keep on making the same mistake. Unless you got some crazy connections where you might be the cousin of an owner or a nephew of an owner or something, you probably get away with something like that. But you ain't, I don't think Kevin O'Connell's related to any owners of the Minnesota Vikings or any owners in the NFL. So therefore, he don't got that grace, especially this year, in my opinion. He got away with it last year. Now this is the year we better see some improvement. And every Viking fan should feel the same way I'm feeling right now. You can't just say that Kevin O'Connell has good regular season statistics, but he doesn't win in the playoffs, and that's good enough for you. That shouldn't be the case. I would take Jordan Love over McCarthy every day. Oh, gosh. No, you're totally right about Goff, and if he doesn't need to be a top 3 to 5 quarterback, no, he doesn't. You don't need a top 3 to 5. It'll help you, but you don't need a top 3 to 5 quarterback to win a Super Bowl. You really don't. But you have to have good coaching. You have to have a good defense. You have to have a good running game. I'm just reading the comments. He gets 4K every year. Yes, biggest thing is people blame Goff when the team has 20 injuries. Yeah, injuries is a big factor. Maybe Lions are next to power plants. When our team is healthy, we dominate. When it's not, Goff forces passes to stay. Yes, I literally just said that, bro. That's a fact, bro. 100% facts, bro. Goff a system quarterback, and people get upset over saying it. But in my opinion, it's not a bad thing. Feel general if we talk in Madden terms. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Most quarterbacks are that, to be honest with you. Most players are system players. Yeah, that is true. Exactly. There's nothing wrong with it. If you win, right? No, for sure. Hello, how you doing? When you shut down aspects of the team, he makes errors. Yep. Mike, would you stay if you went through what Justin Jefferson went through? I'm just sure the receiver would have heard the same thing. Jamar Chase. You know what makes it easier? If I was Justin Jefferson, what makes it easier for me to stay for a franchise like the Minnesota Vikings? First of all, I'm gonna just keep it real. They gave him the bag, so he already got paid, right? On top of him getting the bag, the Minnesota Vikings definitely tried to improve their quarterback room. I'm not sure if Kyler Murray is the answer, but at least they tried to make an attempt to try to get someone that can be a potential big factor in this upcoming season that's going to look better than what possibly J.J. McCarthy did last season, right? They tried. They tried to do something. Yes, I know people were trying to talk about Joe Burrow. We wasn't getting Joe Burrow. I know I was talking about it. I would have loved to get Joe Burrow, but at the end of the day, would Joe Burrow be the missing piece to put us over the top? We got a veteran quarterback, a minimum deal. He's still in his 20s. Yes, he is injury prone. Yes, he's a little bit short. We'll see what he can do this season with Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson and Kevin O'Connell, the so-called quarterback whisperer. But my whole thing is this. He has a defense behind him. And I think Kyler Murray is going to be pretty decent. And I think that Justin Jefferson is going to have outstanding numbers. And people are going to be shocked at how good Kyler Murray is going to be with the Vikings. And then they're going to move the goalposts and say, well, we'll see what he does in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Yeah, no A.J. Brown. I don't know how anyone could have complained after winning. Yeah, his guys are... I would never want A.J. Brown on my team, bro. Like, no. No. Nah, bro. I don't want A.J. Brown. He can keep that deep ball, bro. He said McCarthy's a goof. Lions picked up Greg, which intrigued me. We have one of the most wide receiver rooms you could have. Oh, a lot of buses here. JJ has the potential, but in my opinion, Kyler is best for at least 2 years. Yeah, I don't even want to say 2 years, bro. I'm going year to year right at this point, bro. Hey, Mr. New, I'm not even giving him 2 years, bro. I gotta see what he does this year, bro. I ain't giving him 2 years. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, bro. If he ain't the guy, we better trade him to the very first spot in this 2027 NFL draft coming up. I know that. I'm just here hoping Tate can be 80% of Puka. Hey, listen. But I wouldn't even want to compare him to Puka. I would just compare him, just be the best he can be. Maybe he could be better than Puka. Who knows? You know, I wouldn't even compare him to anybody. I'd just say, just go out there and do your thing. You know what I mean? That's a hard task to beat Puka. And the thing about it is, you know, your quarterback's going to have to be on point, man. See, the thing about Puka, he has one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time throwing him the ball. Not taking nothing away from Puka, but Tate, I don't know about y'all quarterback. Like, is your quarterback going to be good enough to get the ball to him? You know what I mean? Is he going to be good enough to get the ball to him? How good is your offensive line? Is your offensive line going to be able to keep him good upright to be able to make these quality throws? Is your offensive line going to have you know what I mean? He has to have time to throw it down the field. See, the thing about the Rams, and this is why it's kind of hard to compare, because they had one of the best offense. Oh, excuse me. They had one of the best offensive minded head coaches in all of football. So they're going to find a way to get it to Nakua. And then the one thing about him is he's just such a good athlete, bro. Like the offense just matches perfectly with him. So we got to see what the Titans offense. Who's your offensive coordinator? Like, there's so many factors, bro. So many factors. I think Tate gonna be a dog though, man. Gonna be good. It just depends on your quarterback too, though, man. I don't know how good your quarterback's gonna be in his second year. I mean, it's his second year, but he gonna have to show something in this second year, bro. Like, he gonna have to really show something, show some flashes, and really, you know, figure some things out. My question is, how good is your offensive line? Because we're going to wide receiver next year too. Otherwise, oh man, I think Tate going to be good. Uh, Kyler will be an improvement for the Vikings. I even go as far as say he'll be good. Um, the hardest part will be he plays a trench division. Yeah, where he will be facing better pressure than lots of zone and deep man spread style defenses over, and yeah, he will be blitz. And the defenses in the north are always trying to they do weird crazy stuff. You ain't lying. I was watching May's rookie season and didn't see why he was getting hate. He was dropping dimes to no name receivers. People just love to hate, bro. Like I was saying, May was listen, bro. I said Caleb. Hold on, I just want to make sure my battery ain't about to die. I said Caleb and May, right? But May was my guy because I didn't think we had a chance to get Caleb, and we didn't have a chance to get May. But May was the guy. And I don't know why people were like, oh, well, May didn't have a good season his rookie year. Well, what rookie has a good season in their rookie year? There's not many. Like, you can't always compare to, like, a quarterback. All right, for instance, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels had a great season his rookie season. Then he got hurt his second season. So we'll see what he does in his third season. Caleb had an up and down season his rookie season, but he showed flashes. But he finally got that head coach, and look what Caleb is doing. What's another quarterback in that draft? Oh, Bo Nix. Oh, how can we forget about Bo Nix? Bo Nix. Man, they was hating on Bo Nix before the draft. Some people did like Bo Nix even better than Drake May. Bo Nix got to the playoffs his rookie season. Bo Nix got to the playoffs his second season. So Bo Nix is 2 for 2, bro. Every season he's been in the NFL, he's made it to the playoffs. Yes, I know people are going to say, well, he has a good defense. And I keep trying to tell people, you can't take away from a player for having a good team around him. That's a sign of a good organization. So not everything is on a rookie quarterback. The worst organizations is, I'm going to draft a quarterback first overall, and everything's on his shoulder. The defense sucks. The offensive line sucks. We have no running game. Our coach is terrible, or he's a rookie coach. And listen, that's a bad organization. You want to get drafted to a team that has talent. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have talent, but you get where I'm going with it, right? A good ran organization. You don't want to just go to a team and you just the first overall pick and you have nothing. You don't got nothing good on your team, really. You might have one player. Oh, I got that one player, and you expect your team to make a big jump. The Patriots made a big jump after the rookie season, bro. Same with the Bears. The Bears made a big jump. That's freaking amazing. That's why I be trying to tell people, man, quarterbacks really can change your franchise, bro. But on top of that, coaching. That defense for the Patriots, y'all know how that Patriots defense is all that in the bag of chips, bro. That Patriots defense is no joke. That's the only reason why they stayed in the Super Bowl. They stayed in the game because of their defense, bro. If it wasn't for the Patriots defense, they would have never been, it would have been a beatdown. The Seahawks would have beat the brakes off of the Patriots. But the Patriots defense held them in the game. I watched the whole Super Bowl, bro. And Drake May, the Seahawks defense stepped up, obviously. They just was amazing. They was on another level. But if it wasn't for that Patriots defense, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to have a complete team, bro. Like, that's why I say football is the ultimate team sport, because you can't just get one player and win a Super Bowl. Like, people be like, all right, well, Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls because he had a good defense or he had a very good offense. I'm like, well, so he won 7 Super Bowls. So, I mean, you have to have talent to win, right? You can't just not have nothing on your team and be like, oh, I'm going to win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. Hey, heads up, breaking news. It's been the Vikings on Wednesday, baby. Yo, I made a video about that like 2 days ago, bro. I said, yo, what about Jennings, bro, for the right price? Let's go. Let's get it. Shout out to my guy, Corey in the building. Corey, what's good with you, my guy? Shout out to you, bro. Oh, bro, would be if Kyler got 4K passing and 600 rushing yards for 4,600 to 5,000 total yards. Vikes better sign it if yeah. If he does that, they gonna sign him to a contract extension. But I'm just going. I just gotta see what he does this year, and then I'll go from there. Because they said at that 2027 NFL draft is going to be so good, bro. When it comes to quarterbacks, I don't know because I gotta do my research. I don't really know, bro. But they like, yo, the Vikings don't do good. It might be a blessing because they can be high in the draft. Listen, I'm not trying to have that losing mindset, bro. I'm trying to win every game. That's the most Vikings thing. Vikings would definitely trade him or let him walk if he did that. No, don't say that, bro. Don't say that, bro. We did that. We already did it once with Sam Darnold. We ain't gonna do it twice. And Sam Darnold made us regret it for a long time because he just won a dang old Super Bowl. And oh man, I don't want to think about it. In my opinion, he would be an amazing fit for offering. Yes. New who's getting your number 2 quarterback? They should get or someone like that. Telling JJ quarterback 2, but since job is mainly clipboard and to help quarterback 1, that's why Wentz will be quarterback. Oh, dang. McCarthy/Wentz as the backup seems like a bad plan. Oh, snap. 3 injury-prone quarterbacks is a wild strategy. Yeah, I don't know if... He said, I don't know. I don't like either of them for the job. Kyler will be better on the Vikings than he was with the Cards, but he is always a question mark when it comes to injury. That's true. Kyler... Oh, I'm spitting all over the place. Kyler also struggles in the playoffs. In my opinion, Kyler Murray isn't as injury prone as people make it out. Just plays dual threat, which basically guarantees injuries. In my opinion, he not that bad. Just saying, Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson, other dual threats. Yeah, Lamar Jackson, I don't know what his injury was last season. That's another dark horse team in the AFC. Like, is Lamar Jackson going to be the same? Is he going to be different next year? Like, is he going to be healthy next year? They did draft the best guard in the draft. You know what I mean? We'll see about that. So they didn't work on their interior offensive line. I don't know what else the Ravens did in the draft, but I just know they, with their first round pick, they got an offensive guard from Penn State. I forgot the Bulls' name, but they drafted a guy from Penn State that he's supposed to be one of the best guards that came out in a long time in the NFL. So we'll see. That could help them out. But yeah, the Ravens can definitely be like a dark horse team in the AFC to look out for. I think that we'll see what the Bengals can do. You know, the Bengals, they got Dexter Lawrence, and they're trying to build that team up, and Joe Burrow's going to be healthy, so the Bengals might make some noise next year. We'll see how good the Bengals are going to be. That division, what is it, the AFC North? I think that, unfortunately, I think the Steelers will probably be last. I think, and who's the quarterback of the Steelers? Is it, did they bring Aaron Rodgers back? I don't know their situation, but I know the Ravens, Bengals. I don't think the Browns, Browns. It's another question, right? I think, actually, let me take that back. I think the Browns will be last. I think the Browns will be last in the division. And then I think I'll go Ravens either 1 or 2. Just depends. The difference is always Kyler has so much unnecessary movement, but only half of the time is he actually moving forward. Yeah. Jennings is going to Minnesota for an interview. Please don't sign him to a 1-year deal. Oh, you don't like him? You don't like him? Them guys are much taller, so they don't have to move as much as Kyler, in my opinion. Yeah, fair. Yep. Do multi-year deal as they tagged him. Yup. Yeah, J.A. Yeah, they might. I don't know if they're gonna do it though. They might sign him to a multi-year deal. I don't know how much money how much money for a second string a very good second string wide receiver. Low key, this is a hot take, but I think Vikings could do a rebuild around Sanders. And he would fit their scheme, and he has such a high ceiling. You know what? The only reason why it's not going to happen, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Kevin O'Connell is not going to get another quarterback that is not a veteran. He's good with veteran quarterbacks. That's the trend with Kevin O'Connell. If you can't do good with I'm not saying that J.J. McCarthy is definitely better than Sanders, but what I am saying is he didn't even develop JJ at all. Like he said that JJ was ready, in other words, and he wasn't ready. And then the offensive line was just horrible as well. But I don't think he's good with veteran quarterbacks, and that's why he went and got Kyler Murray for a veteran minimum. So, which is amazing. But I don't see them getting Sanders, but that is a good opinion. I think Sanders is not scared to air that ball out. Like, he will definitely air that ball out to Justin Jefferson. He didn't have no wide receivers with the Browns. The Browns had no wide receiver talent, to be honest with you. If he had Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison on the outside, I think it would be a little bit different. I'll tell you that. He better than JJ? Yeah, I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion. I'm not really sure, man. But what I will say is Kevin O'Connell wouldn't take that chance because he wants to have a whatchamacallit. He wants to have a veteran quarterback that kind of already knows how the NFL works. He doesn't want to get a quarterback that you might have to teach the basic things. I don't think he wants to do that. He wants a ready-made product almost. Again, in competitive division, I think JJ makes Kevin a line. I think JJ makes Kevin and not be transparent. Yep. Pass blocking requires more leg and footwork. Yep. What's going on, brother, man? Kevin O'Connell was trying to make McCarthy pass 30 plus times in game and not his style. Yes. Yeah, at Michigan, has a great running back, tight end. Yup. Kevin O'Connell red zone offense is pretty lame. Tell me about it, bro. Gosh, Lee, you talking. Gosh, Lee. Well, first and goal and end up a 4th and 15. Yup. JJ would low key fit in a Detroit scheme somewhere. Yeah, because they run the freaking ball. He needs to go. This is why it doesn't make sense that he didn't want to run the ball more, bro. Like, it just doesn't make sense, bro. Don't get me wrong. I want him. But just yeah. It was technically really first year playing. He needs to make improvements fast. Darnold took the team to a 14 or 15. I can't remember. Yeah, 14. Back-to-back 14 games. He won. He won 14 games with the Vikings and won 14 games with the Seahawks and won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks. That's what makes it bad. J.J. McCarthy, the problem is they said that he was ready. That's the issue we have, y'all. Us fans didn't say he was ready. The coaching staff said he was ready. So if the coaching staff is saying he's ready and he's nowhere close to being ready, even with a bad offensive line, he looked like he was lost. So it's just like and then he finally started to do better when the play calling started to get better. You know what I mean? It was 14. Honestly, it don't think JJ is the plan. He need to beat out Kyler and Wentz. I don't think he will. You don't think he's gonna beat out Wentz either? Dang, bro. You don't think he's gonna beat out Wentz? All right, bro. For real, that's how you feel? Dang. My guy said, I don't even think he's going to beat out Wentz. Dang, that's crazy. Vikings had top 10 defense in 2024, but no run game. Darnold needs both of those things to succeed. Darnold had his moments, but defense did the heavy lifting throughout the 14 games. Yeah, that's true. Oh, thank you. That's true, but let's keep it all the way real though. Even throughout the regular season, if you look up Sam Darnold's regular season numbers, Sam Darnold had an MVP type caliber season, bro. He was in the MVP conversation. Look up his numbers in the regular season. And then also, if you want to talk about the Super Bowl, okay, he didn't put up crazy numbers. He didn't need to. Why do you need to when all you got to do is establish that run game? That was the weakness of the Patriots. The Patriots' weakness was they couldn't stop Kenneth Walker. They couldn't stop him. So keep running the ball. Why get away from something that's working? But before he even got to the Super Bowl, he had to go against the best quarterback in the game, in my opinion, at last year was Matthew Stafford. He was MVP, and he outdueled one of the best quarterbacks in the NFC Championship game to just get to the Super Bowl. He had to get to the Super Bowl. The Seahawks defense was horrible against Matthew Stafford. Do you remember this? The Seahawks defense got destroyed by Matthew Stafford. If it wasn't for Sam Darnold, they wouldn't even get to the Super Bowl, bro. So we got to have full context. I know if you're a Viking fan, you're probably a Viking fan, you want to kind of make it seem like Sam Darnold didn't have a good season and it was just the team that pushed him over the top. That's not true, bro. It was both. The team put him over the top and Sam Darnold put them over the top as well. Because if it wasn't for Sam Darnold, I tell you this right now, they wouldn't have won that Super Bowl. They wouldn't even got to that Super Bowl. If it was like that, then why didn't they get the Super Bowl the previous season? Sam Darnold, his numbers in the regular season was amazing. And even in the postseason, his numbers were pretty darn good. And in the NFC Championship game, which was the hardest game for the Seahawks to win, it was even probably harder than the Patriots game. I think it was, honestly, because the Seahawks defense just dominated the Super Bowl. The Seahawks defense were horrible against Matthew Stafford. Horrible. I'm just being honest. And I just don't understand the narrative. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I don't understand the narrative around when somebody wins a Super Bowl, they have to not have no talent to win in order for them to get the credit. If it wasn't for Sam Darnold, they would have lost in that NFC Championship game. I'm not sure if you looked at the statistics, the stats in that NFC Championship game and looked at Matthew Stafford, what he was doing to that defense that dominated against Drake May. Drake May looked like a rookie. He looked like a rookie, bro. Drake May was not himself. Defense did good in that Super Bowl. But in that NFC Championship game, it was the opposite. Matthew Stafford made that defense look like a bunch of rookies. It was literally the opposite. But then you had Sam Darnold put his team on his back. And I'm a Viking fan. I'm saying all this because I'm not going to, listen, I get it. It kind of makes me salty as well that he went to another team, won 14 games, and won a dang on Super Bowl. I'm a little salty as well. But I'm not going to say the man it wasn't him as well as the team. Football's a team sport. Everybody got to do something. You know what I mean? They got, offensive line got to be on point. The defensive line got to be on point. The wide receivers got to make the catch. The quarterback has to make the throw. The coach got to make sure he's doing what he has to do with adjustments during the game. It's a team sport. Yeah, and I agree. Flores has been carrying this team, and that's the only reason why Kevin O'Connell probably didn't get fired, to be honest with you. The defense was what really kept us afloat. So let me ask you this question. If we would have won the Super Bowl, say we would have won the Super Bowl with J.J. McCarthy in his second season last year, right? We say, hypothetically speaking, say we won the Super Bowl. Would Viking fans, because I'm a Viking fan, would y'all say, oh, it was just the defense that won it? Or would you give credit to J.J. McCarthy? Would you give credit to J.J. McCarthy, or would you just say it was the defense? Because I'm telling you right now, J.J. McCarthy would have to have a good season. He would have to be able to do something to get to the Super Bowl. There's no quarterback in NFL history, I don't care how average of a quarterback they are, they had to have made some plays. They had to have had a decent season and had some great moments in the playoffs. Had to have. If expecting any first-year quarterback to win immediately in the playoffs is good, because that's why Sam was called choker and let go, because he didn't win a playoff game. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Daniel? He said, in my opinion, K1 gets Vikings to the playoffs. Got to give him another year. Experience means so much in the facts. What up, Daniel? Oh, sorry. In my opinion, Cam Ward rookie stats to essentially no receiver, passing 3,000. Oh, okay, 3,100. I didn't even know he had that many yards. 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. They upgraded OC a lot with the ball and from Giants. Okay. Did he have any rushing touchdowns? I'm probably asking for a lot. Andrew Luck is the only one I can think of that had a heck of a rookie season and kept the momentum up. Yeah, Andrew Luck is like the only guy I can think off the top of my head. How was Joe Burrow? I feel like Joe Burrow had a good rookie season too, right? I think Joe Burrow had a good rookie season. There's only one quarterback in the league who can win with a bottom 5 defense. That is Patrick Mahomes. Damn. Titans going to make playoffs and be second in division in 26. Oh, wow. What's going on, SGA? Oh, man. You know, I was standing next to Dante Culpepper last season, bro. Listen, bro. I'm 6 foot tall, bro. I don't know how tall Dante Culpepper is. He a little taller than me. Not that much. But he bigger than me, bro. I said, gosh, Lee, bro. Like, listen, bro. These dudes, man. Listen, I don't know, man. These football players I don't know, man. That's like when I be seeing, like, sorry about that. When I be seeing, like, offensive linemen, when I read, like, the description, like, they height, they be, like, 6'6", 325 pounds. I'm like, gosh, Lee, bro. It's like, dang, bro, how are these athletes this day? But it's not even just how tall they are, bro, and how much they weigh. It's how they move, bro. How are these offensive linemen and defensive tackles and defensive ends and the big linebackers able to move the way they move, bro? It's just different, bro. It's just different, bro. Some true athletes in football. True athletes, because they have to get bulky, some of them. Most of them, especially if you're an O lineman or D lineman, you got to get bulky. That's going to be more weight. You can't be 6'6" and only 200 pounds, and you're trying to be an offensive tackle. You're going to get thrown to the ground. You're not going to last. You can't be 6'6" and be 190 pounds and think you're going to be an offensive tackle or offensive guard. You got to be 300 pounds, bro. And you got to be very athletic with the 300 pounds. That's what makes it so impressive with the offensive linemen and defensive linemen. Because you're like, how are you able to move the way y'all move? And y'all got all this weight. 300 pounds, bro. 300 plus pounds. I'm not even saying 300. 300 plus. Some of these dudes are like 300. I don't know who the heaviest offensive tackle or heaviest defensive tackle is or whatever. But I know there's got to be some linemen that are like 340 pounds, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Nah, Titans going to beat the brakes off of their division. Jacksonville Cowboys will take a step back. Yes, coach is so important now. I think Vikings should be first team to have a hybrid coaching style with 2 head coaches, offense, head coach, defense, a GM to control both. Yeah, we're still working on the GM. We'll see. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. How about the Colts? I don't know how Daniel Jones Achilles doing. Yo, the Colts is another dark horse team. They have to get healthy, man. Sauce got to be healthy. Daniels is the guy though. He has to get healthy. They was having a great season before his injury. I can't imagine any is going to be good as was last year. You funny, bro. Mike funny. And their defense was way worse than I thought it was going to be. Oh, man. They'll all be ready to play. Roger, so I think he'll be fine. Oh, yeah, I think Rogers doesn't use his legs as much as Danny Dimes. Yeah, Danny Dimes is a dual threat, bro. Danny Dimes is a dual threat. And I'm gonna say it because first of all, man, I'm a Viking fan. And I seen what he did to my Vikings in the playoffs a couple of years ago. I don't want to talk about it. Big Colts fan myself. Yeah, it's all about Danny Dimes getting healthy, really. It really starts with their quarterback, and then we'll go from there. But there was a shocking. They were like really, really good, and then they just, as soon as like Danny Dimes like really got hurt, because I heard he was hurt prior to the Achilles, but then when he tore his Achilles, that's when it really was like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I've been cheering for Danny Dimes for the longest time since he got tackled by a turf monster years ago in Jersey. Browns drafted all those wide receivers, but who's going to be the quarterback? Yeah. Browns. What did the Browns do in the draft? I don't even remember what the Browns did, bro. Oh, did they draft Jeremiah? No, who drafted Jeremiah Love? Hold on, it went Raiders. Oh, the Jets did, right? The Jets drafted Jeremiah Love, right? I think the Jets drafted Jeremiah Love, right? Hold on, help me out in the chat, y'all. Help me out in the chat. Did the Jets draft Jeremiah Love? I think they drafted Love, because then who was after that? The Browns, right? The Browns and then the Titans. The Browns drafted the edge rusher. What's his name? David Bailey, I think. And then I think the Titans drafted Tate. The Raiders drafted Mendoza. Jeremiah, I think he went 2 to the Browns. I think the Browns were 2. Yeah, I mean, Danny is more mobile, but as long as it holds up as well as a 42-year-old quarterback, I think he will be fine. Yo, that's so funny, bro. Yo, I was cheering for Rivers, bro. I said, yo, that's my guy. It's a little windy, y'all. Sorry about the wind. I was like, hold on, let me see if the battery about to die. Hold on, I don't want the thing to die on y'all. Yeah, so like, I went live for Phillip Rivers, man. I said, yeah. And Phillip Rivers looked good, though. At first, he looked good. And then when he threw that interception, I said, oh, dang. The first INT is when it was the dagger. But Phillip Rivers was making some plays, man. I was happy about that. I know with Baker, yeah. There's one team I fear only one. That's the Texans. What? Texans got to figure out about C.J. Stroud, bro. He has these moments where he looks really good. It's not an in-between with him. He doesn't look average. He looks very good or he'll look very bad. Like, it's not a in-between with C.J., bro. And I like C.J. when from Ohio State. He made it to the playoffs his rookie season. I like C.J., but it's no in-between with CJ. It's like you're either bad or good. Or great or horrible. Like, I don't know, bro. But they got that defense behind them. He said Bucks picking up Bain is be nice. Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe the Browns. Hold on. I'm missing y'all comments. Hold on. Well, they had the most quarterbacks last year, too. We need him for more in a year, yup. And we're Cleveland Browns. Man, that Texans defense generally, yeah. Yeah, Mahomes is 12. Yeah. Yeah, Mahomes, I mean, not Mahomes, I'm talking about, the Texans defense. I got them, like, up there with the Broncos defense. And I think, honestly, it's hard to choose which one's better. I kind of want to, I don't know who has a better defense, man. I'll take either one of those defenses anyway, to be honest with you. I don't care. Both of them are great. Agree, Daniel. I think the Texans also drafted well. I don't think Kevin can teach. The Texans got the best DT in the draft in the second round. Ridiculous. Who you talking about? Who the Texans get? Who you talking about? You talking about Christian Miller? Who you talking about? And the Texans, not even close to the Browns. Chargers should be better next year with new OC. Disrespect. Kevin swore McCarthy was day one ready. That was saying Kevin O'Connell is starting to be just a puppet in the front office, and he's lying about JJ because Kwesi was making him. Now he just keeping that act up, hoping it will go away. If the coach doesn't think you can play, then you're not getting in. They're a quarterback. It's just an opinion. Yep. Sammy D and Stafford had a showdown, and it was one of the greatest games. Yes, I don't know what my homie talking about, bro. Yeah, if it wasn't for Sam Darnold, bro, they would not have gotten past the Rams. The Rams would have probably won the Super Bowl, bro. The Rams would have went to the Super Bowl, and I think they probably would have won. I don't know, though, because Drake may win against the Seahawks defense. That I think the Seahawks defense is better than the Rams defense. And I know, like, Matthew Stafford's a better quarterback than Drake May right now. Of course, he's one of the best in the game. So I just feel like Matthew Stafford going up against the Seahawks defense is different than, I don't know, man. That's gonna be good. That would be a good Super Bowl. Like Patriots versus the Rams. Would Matthew Stafford struggle against the Patriots defense? Would the Patriots defense be able to slow down Matthew Stafford? Or would Drake May, and would Drake, because in the Rams defense, in my opinion, so I don't know. I don't think Drake May would struggle against the Rams defense like he struggled against the Seahawks. You know what I mean? I think it'll be a good game. He played just how he and who is our best pass blocker? Yes, hit the like, bro, and thank you so much, Tracy. Appreciate you. Your opinion, my opinion on the Falcons. Man, I don't even know what to say about the Falcons, bro. I love their running back. I love Robinson. I don't know, man. I don't know what they did in the draft, man. I gotta look in what they did with the draft, but what did they do? What are they doing with the quarterback, man? Who's their quarterback right now, y'all? Tell me who the quarterback is of the Falcons. I can't even think because it's not Michael anymore, right? Who did they pick up in the offseason? I'm so mad I don't know who it is. They let Kirk Cousins go, right? Michael, who's their quarterback? Someone help me. I think the Falcons got talent. I love their tight end. I love their running back. I love some of their defensive players, but I don't know who their quarterback is. Like I don't even know who their quarterback is. If Gonzalez wasn't Patriot, win by another 21. Yes, that defense was amazing. The Patriots defense was amazing, bro. That was some of the best cornerback play, bro, I've seen in a long time. I haven't seen good cornerback play like that in a while. And I'm talking about in the biggest of games. I'm talking about in the biggest of games. I'm not talking about regular season. I'm talking about postseason Super Bowl. I haven't seen a cornerback play better than Gonzalez in a long time, bro. That man saved a lot of touchdown. Like before halftime. Listen, bro. Sam Darnold threw a dime to Smith. But guess who came and blocked it? Gonzalez. Y'all remember that play? Sam was going down the field. He was starting to pick the Patriots defense apart. Right before halftime, Smith was. It looked like Smith was about to get the touchdown. Smith, I thought he was open, but he wasn't open because Gonzalez died. He dived, smacked that ball away. I said, okay, this man's on something. This man is on. He's on point right now, man. Gonzalez was on point. But this is the problem. The Patriots, their secondary was so amazing. Mainly Gonzalez. But the problem was they could not keep Kenneth Walker. They couldn't contain Kenneth Walker in the first half. The second half, they did. They made adjustments, and they did. But when you had Kenneth Walker rush for almost 100 rushing yards in the first half, and then you got to add into like the screen game. The screen game with Walker. Walker had I think he had over all-purpose yards in the first half. I think he had over 100 all-purpose yards in the first half. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know he had almost 100 rushing yards at least. He had like 90 something in the first half. Just a few short of 100 rushing yards in the first half. But I think he had all-purpose yards in the first half alone. He almost had 100 all-purpose yards in the first half. That was the weakness. Walker. That was the guy. That's why running backs, when you can block, when you can catch, and of course you got to be able to run, right? You got to have that vision. You don't got to be the fastest running back. You don't even got to be the biggest running back. You just have to have the vision. You have to be able to break tackles, first contact. Don't let it bring you down. It does help to be really fast. One of my favorite running backs, but I ain't going to bring Adrian Peterson into this, but I'll talk about Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, bro. I don't know if anybody's in the chat that knows who Dalvin Cook is. If you're a Viking fan, you should know who Dalvin Cook is. Dalvin Cook, bro, it wasn't one person bringing him down. He can catch, block. Of course, he was a great running back, in my opinion. If it wasn't for his, I don't know what the injury, was it a shoulder injury and his shoulder clip popping out the socket, and it just wasn't good for him, man. Like over time, he just started fumbling the ball a lot, and et cetera, et cetera. Super chat, baby. Mike, what's going on? Oh, yeah. That's the, yeah. You talking about that's the, oh, goodness gracious. Tua, okay. So they got him. I don't know if that's going to work. That's not a good, and thank you for the super chat, bro. God bless to you. Thank you so much, Mike. That's not going to work. I say that respectfully. I think Tua should retire. How many times have y'all heard me say that Tua should retire? It's beyond football. You have a life after football. You made hundreds of, I don't count nobody's money, but I'm pretty sure he made hundreds of millions of dollars. Because I know he got a big contract, right? After his rookie contract. So I know he at least made $100 million in his career. When you get too many concussions, retire, bro. Retire. Like, listen, Falcons, I'm just being honest with you. Tua, he's very talented. He is talented. He can make pretty much every throw. He has his moments, though, where he might throw that interception. He's super athletic, in my honest opinion. My only thing with him is if he gets hit, he might not get up. And I say that respectfully. If he gets hit and it's head-to-head contact, or if his head bounces off the dang on ground, he might get concussed, bro. And if he gets concussed, he gonna miss some games. That's my issue. If I was a Falcons fan, I'm trying to go get, I'm going to probably get Aaron Rodgers. I know, I get it. I will go with Aaron Rodgers before I go with Tua. He's a I don't want to say he's a liability, but super talented. But when you get concussed like that, man, how many concussions did he have last season? Matter of fact, I'll give you one better. How many concussions did he have his whole entire career? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just not, yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know about that, man. Like, I don't know if that was a smart move by the Falcons. I don't know if it's a 1-year veteran minimum. Okay, I get it, but why waste your time? I would take my chances with Michael Penix Jr. I would take my chances with him before I take my chances with Tua. That's just my opinion, though. Like, I wouldn't waste my time on a player that 9 times out of 10 he's going to get concussed. And I'm not trying to speak harm on the man. I hope the best for the man. But he should retire, respectfully speaking. I'm not trying to come at him. He's a very good player. He's a better player than I would ever be. You know what I mean? I never played professional football, so I'm not coming at him like he's the scrub or something. But what I'm saying is his life is more important. His longevity of his life is more important than football. When your brain, you only get one brain. You get what I'm saying? Like, how many concussions do you need for you to understand that it's not a good idea? There's a such thing as CTE, is that what's called CTE, and brain trauma to the point where you lose your memory, and it's just not worth it. You know what I mean? So if I was a Falcons fan, I would want to go another direction. I would make a trade for J.J. McCarthy. I will make a trade for another quarter. Go get Sanders. Go get another quarterback. Why y'all gonna go for a quarterback? Yeah, he can play, but the problem is he ain't gonna play for long, most likely. Why take a chance? Why take a chance? It doesn't make any sense to me, personally. Yeah, like, I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Falcons can be good. I don't know what they doing. I think it'll probably be Tua beats him out. I guess worse than McCarthy pick. Yeah, but I take my chances with Michael over Tua, man. That just, yeah, Jacoby Thomas at safety. We with Big Citrus, yes. And Bank Open, yeah. You got the nicknames, bro. Steve said Jacoby Thomas at safety. We with Big Citrus and Bank Open with Diamonds. Yeah. That's what I got for making fun of. Still have the jersey made me switch numbers 33 to 4. Yeah, Tua literally trying to. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him, bro. Like, I don't understand it. I just don't understand. Like, football, what they say, it stands for not for long. Like, if I was a football player, right, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna just, like, if I get multiple head injuries, I'm out, bro. Like, I don't care how good I am. Like, I don't care. Like, Calvin Johnson retired, bro. He was at a height of his career, bro. One of the best wide receivers of all time. Megatron. They called the man Megatron for a reason. Andrew Luck, one of the very, very good quarterback, retired because of health, bro. He said, yo, I got a wife. I don't know if he has a wife, but I know he got kids, right? He got kids probably. He got a family, right? He like, yo, like, I like football, but it ain't worth my dang on life. You feel me? It's not worth my life. Yeah, Tua collects. Yeah, it's going. I feel for him, baby. He got a lot of money, so I don't know what it is, bro. Exactly, live like a king. That Patrick Willis retired. Yeah, Patrick Willis retired. Don't you put that Tua has suffered for this documented during those concussions during info. That's it. It gotta be more than 4, bro. It gotta be more than 4. I don't want Penix Cousins or Tua so early for the rest. I don't want the Falcons to go. I don't want Mac Jones to act like you don't know my name. Ain't nothing changed with the fame. Please don't get Mac Jones. I hear you about doing concussions, but I go to Sidney Hurley, multiple concussions early in his career. He's been. I know, man. I get it, bro. And I can't even really I can't really say nothing about Crosby because Crosby's is hockey, right? So it's like, I can't really, like, I'm not going to say that football is more physical than hockey or hockey could be more physical than football. I don't know. I know hockey's very physical, though. I'll tell you that right now. But what I am saying is this. How you know what he's going to be after this career, though? That's the issue. Now, I know Sidney playing 20 plus years, but how is his mental going to be when he finally stops? That's all I'm saying. I hope nothing happens, you know. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's good. Yeah, hopefully he's good. Maybe he don't get it. I'm just saying. Yeah, if Jennings is visiting the Vikings, go to the freaking ball, baby. Shout out to everybody. But hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I am going to get off. My son has soccer practice, so I'm going to be on my other channel, Mike Sports Vibes 2, doing the play-by-play for the Sixers. So it's the same name as this channel, but you add a number 2. I will be live later on that channel to do the Sixers versus Celtics, and I guess I'm going to have to watch a beatdown. But hopefully not. But I will be live tomorrow on this channel. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. God bless to each and every one of y'all. Thank you for, stopping by and showing love. Shout out to Mike for the super chat, my brother. And yes, Jennings visiting the Vikings. That's freaking awesome. Hey, listen, yeah, we'll see what happens. Let me read a couple comments. I know it's football, but I had bad concussion playing hockey. I was 12. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. You might have one concussion, two concussions, but when you have all these concussions, bro, it's not good. Pettis is the guy. He definitely a guy. WB and yeah, because I got this. My son got a soccer practice, and he plays. He has a game every Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday. But he has soccer practice. So hopefully it's starting to rain. Y'all can't tell, but it's starting to rain right now. So hopefully it doesn't rain too bad, and he can practice today. But shout out to y'all, man. God bless to y'all. Have a wonderful day. Let's go Vikings. Go to the bowl. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll be live again tomorrow sometime. Not really sure what time, but I will be live. And if I will be live on my other channel later tonight. If you are into basketball or baseball, I will be live on that channel. Mike Sports Vibes 2. But God bless you. Y'all have a wonderful day. Be safe. And I'm out.